Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League, Season 13, not 10, Week 4. We got DotFE, we got 5G, but they're not called that. We got Ocelot and Randy still. Last time, they're banning Tiny instantly. What a surprise.
No, ban Magnus.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Oh, they're going to blame the Omni Knight.
Okay.
Not a bad blame.
I mean, it kind of tanked their lane phase.
Completely, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't reliably ban him twice, though, because they've already got, like, just saying, I think the real reason they're banning Omni is because their early game went left field, mostly because they were trying to go Maledict Witch Doctor versus. I feel like a rotation would have been better at that point.
Right.
But that's last game.
I will say that I do think the Omni Knight was just giving them headaches through the entire game. It was not just lane. You just constantly saw, you know, the Witch Doctor crap all comes down on their head and nothing happens. We got a first pick Alchemist. That is as brave as you can get.
Yeah, that is bold.
Bold and brash! Let's see if it belongs in the trash.
Is this support Alch? Or what?
10 seconds.
I'm gonna be honest here. A first pick AA would absolutely
5
dumpster this.
seconds remaining.
You would cry.
Not banning AA. That's. I'm not sure if that's hubris or just bravery. Confidence, even. What do you think?
There's a fine line between bravery and stupidity. They're gonna run the CK this time. If they run at 3, I will be flaming them this entire game, win or lose.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Randy, you are with us, right?
Yes. I was
Okay,
just
good.
talking about support Alch, like, 45 seconds ago.
That's true, but that's a very long time. Who knows what could have happened to you in 45 seconds?
That's true.
You could have easily become a hoodwink main. What a shame.
Oh god, that would be horrible! Randy, you ain't gonna be a hoodwink main, are you?
No, I don't play Hoodwink.
Good.
Thank god.
We dodged a bullet, fellas. We dodged a bullet. You know, speaking of dodging bullets, how long has it been since any of you have even seen a gyrocopter in a game? It's been a while for me.
I played Gyro in an all-random game. It's the last time I saw him. Oh, I also saw Esper pick it.
I think the last time we've seen it in the LD2L
Like
was Season
yesterday.
12. Unless it's been in one of the games that have slipped under our radar. One of the folks on the other channel got Mirana! They're not scared of that alchemist, it seems.
Remind me why Jakiro is so constantly picked again?
Because he's a support that's good at pushing, and right now that's worth its weight in gold, it seems like.
I guess.
Everybody really
Plus, they're good
likes.
defending pushes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, half the time if he's in a team fight or, God forbid, on his own and gets ganked, he's got nothing to save himself with.
It's true, but people don't care about that. They just care about making the funny towers go bye-bye.
I guess.
Or defending.
Yeah, he's good at diving him, too, with a little support, of course, because you can slow the attack speed of the tower with his liquid fire. It's got merit, but
10
I don't
seconds remaining.
subscribe to that methodology with him. If there's anything I find Jakiro far more intimidating or effective with, I think it would have to be him trying to apply his more lethal DOTs as an aggressive offlaner. Really make his opponent suffer.
That just ain't how people want to run it. People just... That's why we were doing DP5 in the last patch, because everybody's like, oh, a support that knocks down the tower?
10
Great.
seconds remaining.
Seems like, even though the tier 1s are less valuable than ever right now, they're very low.
I don't
Low
think they're
value
like if you lose offlane T1, your triangle's a lot less safe as a pause one. Like, you just can't farm it unless you have super good vision.
Well, that's a situation
And bot
they can
lane
easily
T1,
build for.
same as it's like the same
10
way with
seconds remaining.
locks off half your jungle.
I definitely don't agree with that one. That's like 2 camps, and nobody ever does those 2 camps even when that T1's up.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
there's
triangle
no
one's
news
worse, but still map control that you would rather have than not have.
Right.
Dire team
The
ban.
thing is, it just seems to me like every patch they make them less money, they give you, you know, the glyph back, and every patch glyph gets buffed. You know, it seems to me like I said before, you know, there's a point in the game where it's actually better to just leave a T1 standing than take it down because the glyph is more valuable than the T1.
Not the offlane T1.
Do it?
Not the offlane T1, that's for sure. The tower is super important.
Those T2s and so on, I definitely get. On the other hand, that's where the push mania I think is definitely a lot more justified. I think T1s are half as important as most people give them, and I think T2s are like twice as important as most people give them, especially if you can get one really early. And that's where a support like Jakiro, you know, if you're picking literally just a push, comes really in handy. Once again, looking firmly at Katie, though they do not want to see that Timber Saw again. I gotta question to a degree why, because outside of being hard to kill, it didn't really feel like he did much in that last game.
Yeah, same on that thought.
It's the greatest curse of Pause 3. It's like, yeah, nobody can kill me, but nobody cares. Nobody has to. You know, there's no attention. There's no pressure to do so. Here comes Io.
Io. Oh, that is not good.
We going back in time here?
That is a declaration of ill intent every time.
Maybe we're going to go back in time and have Io CK.
Yeah, they couldn't get the tiny wisp, so go for the CK wisp instead. Always good.
Attacks.
It does do a little attacking sometimes.
Quite a bit now, actually, since his rework.
It is interesting. I do think Axe actually does have a pretty good amount to say against this. I mean, nothing sucks for CK more than, like, you phantasm and then, and now suddenly, all your ghosts are dead and you will be soon. He's not very... Well, one thing about him, he is not very good at living life when he does not have his abilities. He is not very good at, He takes punishment far less good than he gives it out. And usually that's not that big of a concern, but certainly it is when you've got Axe bashing your head in.
Very, very dangerous jug pick right there. They don't have a whole lot of heroes, save maybe Chaos Knight, that can reliably get away from that.
Yeah, the Juggernaut pick, as it tends to. Pretty much going to completely invalidate the support line here right now.
There's Jugs. Right here is Jug's one shiny example of what he does best. Makes your supports fear for their lives.
It's going to be very fearful for Io this game, you know. It's a very awkward situation.
He is the perfect target for Omni Slash. It's a little safer if he's next to somebody, but if that Jug is farmed, you just don't want it. Ooh.
Poor Axe.
Yeah.
Poor Katie, I'd like to say. That's another hero she likes to play, if I remember right.
That's true. Poor Axe, you remember everything I just said about CK and all that? Well, yeah, knock that off the board. Axe is not going to do anything this game. Just needs to be born with a BKB.
We got Pause 3 by permanently leaving London Spec for less.
Yeah, we got 3 bans left. What do you think we're looking at, fellas?
Hard to say.
My guess for bans, if they're going to be taking Jug, Silencer.
Maybe.
5 seconds remaining.
Will be good to get rid of this Silencer again. I mean, it might legitimately be a support Alk. That's probably what they're talking about. Like, are they actually crazy enough to do Alk support?
Yeah, it's support Alk, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
if the type of team that's gonna be picking a support last pick.
Well, they're saying, well, we don't know if it's a support Alk, so why don't we get rid of another guy that we wouldn't know whether or not it's a support?
That's true. Do you really think Howler would run Column Ed?
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know.
No. Doubt it.
5 seconds remaining.
Can it go any worse? That's my question.
A little under 2 minutes reserve time over on Ben's Flat Earther. I'm wondering here, right? Hypothetically, what do you guys think of this pick as an option, where if it were me? What do you think of a Venomancer 5th pick here? Oh, well, there goes Shadow Fiend.
You could have,
They already got Jakiro, but I find that if Jakiro's gonna go whole hog, then might as well have some backup in that sense.
I doubt it. There's no way it's anything but 5 to Kiro.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 at most.
Support 3-1
10
is their
seconds
current.
remaining.
Yeah.
5 seconds
On
remaining.
London team, you have 1 support 3.
Radiant
20
team
seconds
picked.
left.
No bad. You must think I'm in this team.
20 seconds left over on that ban, over on the reserve time for the GGs. We got that last hero pick over here.
They're thinking it's
gonna
2
be
out.
Mids.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. This is a tense last hero
10
pick, because this could
seconds
make or break their team. Wait, I just realized these guys are 3
5
melee
seconds
versus
remaining.
Chaos Knight. The only range that got Jakiro, and
Hey, you know, at one point in history, Axe being melee wasn't really that bad. Like, if Chaos Knight reality rifts Axe, he's gonna get his ass kicked. Unless unless Axe is standing in the break goo, in which case nothing happens and Axe dies.
I'll tell you what happens. Chaos Knight W's onto Axe, and when he arrives, horse just turns into a big jar of glue.
Well, if the Viper ults down there, then Axe is the one turning into glue.
Yeah,
Not Viper ult, the Viper
actually.
W. That Viper, like, that Axe was going to be such a big thing this game. Sniper!
Remember what I said about dodging bullets earlier?
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I like the sniper this game? I guess it's not that bad if Axe can
Don't like the
survive.
sniper.
I'm gonna shut you down right there. They've got an IO and a
10
Chaos
seconds
Knight.
remaining.
Yeah, it's
They have
And
the
Mirana.
ability.
it looks like.
They have the ability to jump on Sniper, but the problem is, if they do that, then nothing is happening to Jug. It's like, it is one of those cursed situations where it's
They have
like,
to choose between 2 people who are about equally dangerous in different situations.
right, you know, and it's, you know, certainly 2 heroes where it's like, okay, if you jump on the Jug, then Sniper can definitely kill you. If you jump on the Sniper, then Jug can definitely kill you. You have to be very careful about it.
Pango London.
Ooh, that is what I like to see. Pango is one of my more favorite heroes to style on people with.
What the hell is that Jug set? He looks like Bounty Hunter.
He's got like a Halloween set on. He's got like a crappy little like fake beard.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to, once again, it's a lot of execution factor here. This time I think the execution factor is actually looking at the GGs rather than DotFA. Like, not the GGs, 5G has to come together and do this whole thing right. Like, if there's ever a point where Chaos Knight reality rifts Axe and there is not break juice under the Axe, Chaos Knight is dead. 100% Chaos Knight is dead. He's going to die.
Remaining.
If they jump on Sniper and then the Omni Slash just comes out right at that point on the guys who jumped on Sniper, they're dead. That much is guaranteed. If they pick this team apart piecemeal, if they know exactly what they should be responding to at all times, if they know exactly what the joke is at any given point, then this team is going to do really well. But if they slip, then I think DotFA has a very good lineup to counterattack this.
Right.
I got a hypothetical to posit here. What if Howler is not a very avid sniper player?
If Howler's not a very avid sniper player, if he is out of position in these fights, if he is letting Pango catch up to him, if he is letting the IO and CK fall on his head, and especially if he's ever letting himself get hit with a Run arrow, and I think that I will be blunt enough to say, sorry to you, Howler, if this is going to happen. If you're sniper, that's all either you have zero vision or user error, basically. You know, it's like we said in the live game, like, I mentioned in the live game, in the Void versus Dazzle scenario, if Faceless Void lets the Shallow Grays come out, that's Void's fault. If Sniper lets the CKIO fall on his head, if Sniper... And now we wait. Sniper lets the world fall on his head, it is user error. And I don't know
Is
if
it
we've
his
seen...
fault if he gets reload on? I don't. Maybe. Like.
You get plenty of warning.
But do you have plenty of escape?
You
Like,
should.
At level,
Not gonna have it...
at level 6 though?
Well, you're not gonna die at level 6, at least you shouldn't at level 6. They also have to like position it perfectly and run it perfectly at level 6. They also have to like do it very early. Itemization going to be big on him. Like if he
You need Shadow Blade.
if he
I don't
whips
think
up,
Force is enough.
I think early on it's going to be. I think early on the Bolt and Reality Rift is not going to be enough, and he can just force get the hell out if his team's like even vaguely like, unless, huh? What? That's interesting.
It's a replay.
I hope so. I hope Katie didn't just eat us out at the start of the game for no reason. If early game, Sniper should not be in a position where Relo is going to be
30
owning him
seconds
without
to
being
battle.
able to be just supported on. I think a 4-stab gives him enough time to just be supported on. Like all you need is a TP. Now later on that's not going to be the case, but like at level 6, you should be okay. Ironically, there is actually a situation in which Sniper is going to be very not okay if the pain comes onto his head, and that's if it's Viper in the reload rather than CK. If Viper hits 6 relatively early, he gets reload on top of Sniper's head and just drops the gunk on him, then goodbye, Sniper. They're gonna do this funny, like, swap lane things again? I really do not have much respect for Katie on this lineup.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, they're definitely doing it.
Viper hanging out here top, just going to kill
Oh,
SPAZ
no.
very quickly
Yeah,
and cleanly
he's
for
dead.
first blood.
That is just disappointing. That wasn't even with much fanfare or struggle. It just sort of out of position, died immediately.
And once again, just to be frank, these two lanes should swap. There is absolutely no reason in the world Juggernaut should accept facing this lane.
I mean, they did it last game and there was no response, so why not do it again, right?
Right. And
Heather's
Alcus
not
blew
showing
up.
That's
Is under
wonderful.
It's a good way to start this match.
You love to see it. Thank you, Valve.
Boss, I went kaboom.
It
We got a
happens.
sequel? Okay,
It does
no
get it out that
sequels here.
time.
Ooh, no, he's taking the long way around. Yep. CK makes the right choice and keeps moving, get IO away from Jug, and completely safe. You know, it isn't often I get to use this, but here's a good analogy for TF2. Don't shoot the big guy attached to the healing beam, shoot the guy that's giving you the healing beam.
Well,
Hate
the
to
funny
say
thing
it,
is,
but it's,
they did
gotta
shoot
kill
the
him
guy
first.
given the healing beam. They just couldn't kill him.
You're gonna have to shoot him again.
Same result. Unsurprisingly, Wizard going
That
absolutely
quick
all in on
address
Regen.
makes him not quite killable.
IO right now, very difficult to deal with in a lane. You really do need like a lineup that has some anti-IO built in to realistically be able to just knock him out. And support Alk's like okay at that. It's fine, but he's not good enough. They're not gonna win this lane. They shouldn't be running this in the safe lane. Pretty much as simple as it gets.
Yeah, they get the same
And,
gambit pulled on them again, and
Ooh,
works
those
out again.
crits. Yikes.
Juggernaut just barely gonna get out of there. Saf comes out from the Alchemist.
This
Keep
near-death
that in mind.
experience brought to you by Tangos. Eat your peas, kids.
Yeah. This near death rather than actual death. Yeah, those tangos
Yeah.
definitely just kept Katie from eating it there. No tango, no Juggernaut. No Juggernaut, no game.
You know, if this is support Alk, man's only got... Well, he's got 0 and 0. Whew.
yeah, he's
No, that's
support
sort of nice. Okay, he's pulling. This is where he's going to get the meat of some of his EXP and gold.
Face it, you're a loser.
Damn.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Well, not much for Katie's courier. I like the simultaneous stuns coming out on both Io and Alchemist there. I'm gonna try and muck up the camp here a little bit. CK saying no Alch allowed. He's giving Jug a bit of time to farm up here, but I'll tell you this much, I think whoa. Goodbye, Katie.
Oh, unfortunate.
Stun comes out just 1 second too late.
It's really easy to underestimate the attack speed and damage of the crits that Chaos Knight has this early in the game.
Right, especially with the
Especially
IO
with
on
the
him.
work of the game, yeah.
Yeah, that is like 40 to 60% of your max HP gone, depending if he keeps critting when he's hitting you during that.
You wave out of mid.
Oh!
Just one arrow and the sniper's gone.
Sad part is, I don't even think if he had managed to dodge that would he have gotten away.
Radiant's
Hang
Yeah,
on,
rather
can easily
unlikely.
close the gap.
attack.
Let
Yeah,
him do
no
it without
amount of
any
shrapnel will
risk.
stop
But,
him.
Prize is mine.
yeah.
I honestly think that they might need to have a shuffle up here. I think they might need to send Jug, like you said, to a different lane.
Radiant's middle
Send
tower
him
is
somewhere
under attack.
else. Everything in life is somewhere else. And Jug should get there.
But like, is the Viper lane that much better for him? I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
What the hell
but,
is
you know-
what the hell is Viper gonna do when he's spinning? Nothing.
Yeah, though on the very least
Nothing,
right
but
now,
although he's not spinning.
at the very least
Well,
though,
look-
Jug right now is getting decent last ditch for what it's worth.
Problem is with the Viper lane is that you just can't do anything about, like, you know, you come in, you do your funny little Q and W nonsense. Juggernaut spins, walks away, and then just healing wards back to full. You cannot really interfere with that process. You do not have any way to stop that. And sure, you know, you got the 6, but once he hits 6-2, you just die to Omni basically.
Dire's middle tower
You're tanky to a lot of things, but right-click
Right.
damage ain't on the list. So I think a Viper in Mirana lane is way better suited for Jug.
Nice dodge. Only barely not gonna have
Dire's middle tower
Axe ready
is
to help
under
kill
attack.
Marana.
And like Axe isn't gonna do anything in this lane either. Like what does Axe do in a lane against Viper? Nothing. Literally all Viper needs to do is level his W one time, which in fairness he hasn't yet, but he might have 5. All Viper has to do is level his W one time. Axe is never going to get a kill here. It's traditionally better to skip the W unless you have a really pressing reason to get it. This is definitely one of those pressing reasons, I think. Pangolier just showing up to eat Hero.
Double damage too, yow.
Just really showing how much he doesn't respect the sniper in this game.
He's coming back.
Katie might be dead here.
Nah, she's definitely fine.
Pango's running
Dire's
back
middle
top,
tower is under attack.
on top of the stacks. Yeah.
And yeah,
Good.
all 3 of Radiant's cores have died in the last 2 minutes.
Yes, they have.
0 and 5 in nearly as many minutes.
Oh, God, Howler.
Might be 0 and 6. Nope. The
Double damage wore off at a convenient time.
Yeah. Convenient for someone, yeah.
Ooh. Haller, I would not be coming back here to mess this man up.
Lennon doesn't have a roll, so it should be.
Just refresh this bottle too.
Yep.
That's
What is
rough.
it's a very
Love that
awkward
little
little counter here for Katie. Did just hit 6. Has nothing even kind of like Mana for Omni, but that is an option now. At some point anyway.
You know who I think would have been better than Jakiro in this lineup, I honestly think? I think it would have been Shadow Demon. I'm biased, but Shadow Demon. Really, really good at separating heroes from their friends, and I don't know. They just need something to kill these tanky heroes who like to stick around in fights too long.
Right. Yeah, that is a good method of doing it.
Radiant's
The big
middle
problem
tower
is that
under attack.
I feel like you know, if he has to lane against Viper still, you know, he's oh,
Radiant structures
goodbye
are
SPAZ once again. If he's laning against the Viper Mirana combo still, it's still very much like, you know, it's a very sad situation because like Viper illusions don't do anything to him, Axe illusions don't do anything for him.
under attack.
Oh no.
Didn't you hear me telling you to throw it?
They sure did.
You know, I'm gonna hold my words on that one for now.
Alk just
Oh,
kind of
my.
walked right into that.
Not close enough to die to any of them, though, thankfully.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why Io and CK were so far back. Care so little about this kill, they just rather do the jungle, I guess.
Yeah, it's a pause 5L. What value is he?
I mean, he actually gets a lot of unreliable gold, so...
Got a bunch of runes just lying around the map no one's collecting.
That's about to change. See?
The
The one shot!
Alright. Nice. That's what it takes to kill someone in real life, so.
That's true.
Sniper!
Yes, if that was if Dota 2 was
Oh,
real life. Run a
Oh,
BS.
okay. They're gonna
This
roll.
is the wrong person to bring to like help out here.
Oh.
I
Oh, he
understand
missed
I understand
he
the
missed ice path.
thought. Where's the Omni?
One Omni here?
Where's the Omni?
He's afraid of.
Is it
No,
this
he was wanting to hit it Mirana with it, but she can leap out of it.
Nope, you gotta hit Panga with it. You gotta hit Panga in a situation like that.
Yeah, he was headed
Sure,
straight for
just
Mirana though.
slightly
He
out
saw
of
low
it,
health and his brain thought kill.
Right. I think Omni on Panga they just die. Oh, they go and get Alk after all. It just takes a little bit while longer. I think
Well,
Omni
actually,
and
Did you hit 10-0 in this game?
Well, actually, no, I have a bit of a wisdom to impart upon you if you didn't actually know this, but there are certain timings based on when Jug's swing actually lands with Omni Slash. If you move far enough, like it's not like it doesn't become like a debuff on you that is attached to you. He's just attacking in a radius around you. So if you actually move fast enough away from Jug's position on top of you, you can actually zip out of it with even a Force Staff.
downside, they have no Force Staff and his stuff was well on cooldown.
True. Yeah, it has to be at least like 800 units, I think, to dash away, and
What was Viper?
Mirana and Mirana's,
Pango running top lane.
yeah, Mirana's leap, and I'm pretty sure Swashbuckle has a range to cover that.
He has another DD rune.
Viper-
Oh my god.
Viper's getting Spear of Vessel. I don't know how...
Oh.
Well, it's gonna be good against Alk. I don't know if it does anything to anybody else's scan, though.
It severely reduces
Pretty
regen from Io. Well,
And-
not from Io.
Not
yeah,
on
it severely
his-
reduces, right. It severely reduces healing from Jug, from Alk, acts as a ton of base regen. And if they
He
decide to pick
does.
up a mech for any reason, it's just worthless.
On one hand, Axe does have a lot of regen. On the other hand, what the hell is Axe gonna do in this game? Just he has nothing to do. He has no role here. Like he can't just blink initiate. He's just gonna die. He has nobody to initiate on.
That's
It's too
a-
comfortable.
That's a very open ult from Mirana there. What was that for? Bottom lane?
Might have been.
Yep. Yikes! Wow, that's a lot of damage.
One more death for.
Like 10-0 might be possible.
Can I just say, for the record, I don't think the support Alk thing worked. I don't think
I
it's
don't
been
think you
working.
should pick a hero as a support that literally has one skill that does nothing except make her farming better.
Not a fan of the concept.
No, like I get like 99% of heroes in the game would say okay, run it, whatever, anything can work. But when your E is literally just you get more money from farming, like come on.
Oh crap. Well, say goodbye to Shakira once again.
Yeah.
Sniper, my man, I don't think you should have
10-0.
shown your face here. Axe, my man, I don't think you should have shown your face here.
And once again, just you can see it there. He's just in the break-you. He doesn't spin. He doesn't win. We have crossed over the surly amount of 10-0.
Yeah, we
Factory
have.
made it to 11. See how far we can go. I just want you to know that somebody was
Sure.
Come on.
somebody on this team was so mad they left the league after this. No Spirit Vessel charge there. Katie, very ambitious Omni. Way
To be
too early to
fair,
be jumping on that many
she
people.
thought her team was
Left
behind
the
her.
league is a very diplomatic way to put it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Hey, we are diplomats here.
Removed from the league for
Oh,
draft.
Sniper.
13-0. Well, this looks bad for
There's a
Pango.
reload going in.
Radiant's middle tower is
Here
under
we are.
attack.
And that was the return from the reload, actually.
Right. Funnily enough, the return for the reload was like 6 inches, but it doesn't matter because they didn't realize that.
They got no vision. How would they know? Oh,
It is
man.
13-0, baby.
I've said this a couple times in the past. I'm not sure if I said it on camera, but I will tell you right now. Sometimes a ward dropped in a good spot, even during a fight, does you a lot more good than a well-timed ult.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
man.
that whole fight, and you saw what happened to Alchemist. He pulled out his concoction, he started shaking it, and then everyone ran into the trees. And he's like, "Oh, what am I supposed to do with this?"
Randy, you're a doctor, right?
Yeah, I'm the doctor.
As the doctor of Dota. Of Dota philosophy, actually. Oh! Oh, Viper is so low!
Okay.
Viper's gonna die!
Dead.
They got
That's
one!
big. Oh, it's a split kill, but it's big for their team.
They got
Big
it!
for their
They
team.
got Seagate in such a bad spot! Holy crap, they got him after all! The break juice stopped Axe from doing any damage to it. Certainly didn't do anything to Sniper's output.
They got their two biggest heroes.
Is under attack.
Well, not actually. Viper's more
They
mid-game,
wanted-
more mid-level, but Pangolier, of course, gets away. It's a specialty. But
Yeah, I
that went
mean,
well for them.
I care a lot less about Pangolier getting away this game than I did about Magnus getting away last game, just to be frank with you. I just don't think Pango is just has quite that much impact unless he gets really, really balling, and, well, he's not there yet. This is, I would cry if I was on Radiant and I could see this net worth chart. See what Gabe says. 25%!
That's a huge dip.
I think 25 and 76.
No.
No, it didn't.
Radiant's
Okay.
middle
Just
tower
ticking.
is under attack.
Hey, it's going up too. Everything's coming up, DotFE.
Radiant's middle
Oof.
tower
What are the
That
G1
is a
bonus,
chipped
man?
vest for Chaos Knight and a broom handle, Pango. And a blink! Oh no. That's huge for Pango. Oh no, no, no,
Yeah, it's
man.
gonna make it a lot harder for some of these guys to live in fights, depending on how well they can position around it. You know, we've seen a very similar lineup to this in a case where, you know, Pangolier just gets like omnied out or just snipered out every single fight and he just isn't able to do anything. But we've also seen situations where, you know, the opposite is true.
Good point, good point. What are they
only gonna be a
doing
long
with
play.
Murata? She's buying her team time. She's making space.
I am the Juggernaut. I want to kill Mirana, but we have no CC.
Sniper?
Please wake up! Bro! What the hell?
Shrapnel! Shrapnel! Use your shrapnel! Use your shrapnel! Ah! Wait, he had wards? Cool hero! Use wards!
Okay.
That
Okay.
is cool, but it's not what happened there necessarily.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright. That's...
Dire's middle
I would like to send an open message to Howler
is under attack.
from this cast, alright? Are you ready?
Was it Howler's fault? Like, where's the ice path?
I mean, yeah, where's the ice path? Here's a better question. Mirana... Sniper the whole time. Mirana gets away. Explain that! Please pay some attention to the minimap, my man. One shrapnel on top of that, and the, you know, I assume Omni comes out, and Mirana's just insta-dead. And he was well within shrapnel radius for a very large part of that. Or hell, just one headshot, and she's dead. Axe just blinked 0 centimeters, what a blink reveal. In fairness, I don't think that was a blink reveal. That is a smoke reveal, though. Smoke going down. But immediately gets thrown off the Radiant. It's an awkward time to be alive. An awkward time for this call, apparently, as well.
Yeah.
Dire's structures are
Randy,
fortified.
as the Doctor of Dota. I was going to ask you this earlier, but a
Radiant's
bit of a team fight broke out.
Dire's
Played
top
Doctor of
is under
Philosophy
attack.
for a little bit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think philosophically needs to change about this DotFE team to stop having things like this happen to them?
I don't know, honestly. Like, I think it was just a wash after their captain got thrown out in such a dramatic and like embarrassing way.
You think so? The no
Yeah,
hoper team?
I don't think it was possible to recover from that.
Side comment, I'd like to say that definitely tainted the waters.
Yeah, it was not like a lineup that was built to like have good supplementary players. It was just a lineup built for executed.
Look at all those runes! What the hell? Axe finds a kill's worth of gold just sitting in the jungle in a pile.
That's true.
Alright, I mean, these guys haven't even had a look
What the
back
hell?
here. In like 30
I mean,
minutes.
yeah, but what about their own team? God. Oh, God. Oh, I'm dying.
Like I was saying, yeah, the team wasn't built to have good supplementary players. They were just built for a buddy and his Smurf friend to jerk off everyone's time. So
Really owning SPAZ and Howler.
I mean, SPAZ is fine, Howler's fine, whatever, but it just wasn't a team that was like built with any other.
It wasn't
with
an
any,
intelligently designed comp. This
Yeah,
is what
it's
we
just
in the
like-
business call a bad idea. What Axe is doing, this is a bad idea.
Just pick some random people because it's whatever. Me and my 7K friend will win anyway.
Oh, not if Viper doesn't know where the when the fun's coming up.
Dude, X, use your W. X. It's too late. They don't have any detection for this guy. Oh, wait.
Yes, they do.
Alex got a sentry ward. Are they actually gonna get Viper? Oh, wait, here comes Aya with
Yeah, we
Chaos
will.
Knight.
Yeah.
This is about to get
Sad.
really bad really fast. But Viper's still actually gonna die. But
Oh, London here. Okay, that.
it will be
explains
a very it will be a very hard argument to
Oh, here
say.
comes Pango.
I think
Sad.
that that was worth it. Let's see how the gold distribution went. Hey, they did make some money.
Radiant's top tower.
Somehow Alchemist broke exactly even in that trade. I don't know if I believe that.
Radiant's top tower.
And tips come out. I don't know why Mirana is. I mean, he ulted for you, man. What do you want?
Radiant's top
Wolfen
tower
being
is under
flamed.
attack.
In game.
Yeah, I don't really understand it. I don't really understand the Tennyson Flame. I mean, outside of the context
Maybe
of being a
it's been
VC.
played, just
But I mean,
don't-
Tennyson Flame and VC sounds like this. Yeah, that's what it sounds
in the
like.
Middle of nowhere randomly. So there you go.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But I guess we better hold on the comments. He might sue us or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah, you didn't see-
Wait,
you
wait,
didn't
wait,
see
wait,
that.
wait, hold on, hold on.
Get us locked up for harassment.
Did I just see Pango order a diff blade?
Yes.
Nice, I like it.
Yeah, you didn't see this part also because you're not in the server because you are a hermit that lives in a hut on the mountains. But one of the things that happened in the fallout of that, and this is public, so I'll say it, is Tennyson goes in the server and he's like, you know, I could sue London for harassment for what he's saying about me.
Dire's bottom
What?
tower is under attack.
Yeah. After that, I went to US Danny and I was like, yeah, if Bolidek ever publicly calls you toxic, don't threaten to sue him. And Danny was like, well, if Bolidek does that, I'll take him to LD2L Supreme Court. And I was like, okay.
That's very much an internet tough guy moment.
Is it? I think it's more of an internet Karen moment, to be honest with you.
Uh,
I like Tennyson. I think
I'll
Tennyson is
see you.
okay.
Middle tower.
I'll sue you for flaming me in
Oh.
the Dota game.
Yeah, that's a very much an internet Karen moment. I like Tennyson, but that's an internet Karen moment.
I feel like the Kara moment would have been like, I want to talk to the, I want to talk to the event coordinator or something.
Hey, you know, the random threats of lawsuits for nothing is very much a Karen thing. If you ever go on old people Facebook on Reddit, you see a lot of that. You know, don't.
That's less for the establishment or like the operators of this whole thing, and more towards someone in particular.
True.
That's like the difference. Like the Karen will threaten to go to the big people, whereas the tough guy will go towards the guy who offended him.
I mean, like I said, you look at old people Facebook, and it's like you'll see like a Facebook like trade, and like one person will be like, "Hi, can I buy this?" The other person will be like, "Sure," and then the first person will be like, "I did not contact you about this. If you do not stop immediately, I will go to the Attorney General."
Dire's bottom tower is under
Well,
attack.
Kaiser Anani1200, everybody bringing us his degree on Karenology.
Yes, true. I could identify a Karen at 3,000 meters. Viper's got his shard. This game is looking a lot worse all of a sudden.
Dire's structures.
Speaking of 3,000 meters, that's about how buried the Radiant looks right now.
Yeah, I mean, this game was already really bad, but now it's just like Viper can just look at somebody and CK will then annihilate them, especially with IO on him. Axe is, once again, this is not the kind of hero that does this, man. Like, Axe cannot get anything useful done being the funny split in a game like this. That was smart on Viper's part. Immediately just drops the break juice on top of CK, so nothing comes out of it.
Yeah. And now Jug's dead.
Yep, everything Doug does just gets dodged immediately. Goodbye, Jug.
Oh, that is just sad. He lived because of the raindrop.
Radiant's middle tower
The
is
infused
under attack.
raindrop made Io live that. Oh, that's pain, dude.
Radiant's middle
Yep.
tower has fallen.
That was the last. No, that wasn't the last charge. Oh. Man, that hurts. That hurts to witness. That hurts to feel.
Hurts to live. CK still has Aegis. Nobody's died outside of just Tennyson. This game is just, to me.
Pango might actually
sure
be in some
about
trouble here.
Not Pango,
Oh!
but
Okay,
Oh!
alright.
Did
And,
Axe have mana to use his W? Question.
did Max is on it? No. He had no
No.
mana at all. Yep, he
Yeah,
dropped
Difflay would have
everything.
done that.
Yep,
Right.
trying.
He really is. He gave it his best.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think is going to happen when you hit Q inside the Viper Break Juice, and then Viper breaks off all your bonus armor? Nothing. Big load of nothing. I like the block on the Ancient Camp just to piss him off.
Yep.
The unanswered block on the Ancient Camp, which is going to expire, like, over half dead.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Alex
Well,
stunned
Alex
himself.
did.
He
Yeah,
might have
he's-
gotten arrowed actually. I don't think he stunned himself.
Check
Yeah.
his cooldowns.
Well, arrows on CD.
That'd probably be it. Maybe it was a little of both. Who knows?
Could be.
He's buying
Almost
Axe for
finished, yeah.
someone. I wonder.
Yeah, who?
Maybe.
You're the
I think
only
Chug
person on
would be
this
the best.
team who's even vaguely good for Ags is Jug. Everybody else just like whatever.
Okay. Definitely go. But
Spin TP, nothing happening here.
oh, I didn't even see him, so.
Correct,
Tower is under attack.
correct play there.
Oh,
Once
he's getting
again,
revenge on that Viper.
just once
Hey.
again,
That was worth it.
they do get Viper for it. Once again, that just shows what happens when you're just Axe standing in
Worth
the
it
right
if
queue.
Chug doesn't die. And it's
Like
looking
this?
increasingly unlikely, yeah. Not
Well-
sure this is worth it now.
Oh, that cast range.
Yeah, he's got a shard, so.
FE laughs coming out. Only the most toxic players use the FE laugh, did you know that?
Is that true?
Who is it that doesn't like the FE laugh? I think it's like Esper, who's like, yeah, FE laugh stinky. Oh, but it's London who uses it! Oh, what a trift.
It's someone we had on as a guest. I don't think we ever had Esper on as a
Radiant's
guest.
top tower has fallen.
I
Radiant's top
yeah, if
tower
somebody
is
doesn't
under
like the
attack.
FE laugh, I think maybe Danny doesn't like it. For obvious reasons. But I know, I think Esper also doesn't like it, but I could be wrong. Nah, Esper uses it a lot, couldn't be. We're just eating a Rex here. Viper's like, oh yeah, I can do this, and suddenly it just dies instantly.
Has fallen.
Do not forget you can do that if you have the Viper Shard. Not forget it works on this guy either.
Okay, to me.
Not on the break
Would
juice
be a
this
good
time,
call, but there's no follow-up. So.
well, there is follow-up. Jug's here to die instantly. Aegis just expired at an awkward time.
It's a little big. But, like, Io and Viper are the only ones who are ever dying, so...
Yeah. The ratio is getting close to stable at 1 to 4 in favor of the 5G.
You know, looking at Mirana's items here, I'm honestly surprised that she's had so little comparative teamfight influence.
Well, team fights aren't happening is the answer to that. It's just, you know, somebody gets jumped on and then everybody else just runs away from it or else they'll die too.
Yeah, you've got a point, actually.
Everything that looks like a team fight is actually just everybody is chain stunned, the sniper runs away. You know, to his credit, Sniper's been doing a good job. I mean, he's 2-6 and 4, which ain't great, but a lot of those deaths did come early enough where it matters less. He's been doing a
Very
good
true.
job in the last 5-10 minutes about trying to keep himself just out of harm's way, and it's not been entirely successful. But how successful could you be in this specific environment? So while he has been kind of clueless when it comes to getting the easy kills, he has at least been good with a self-perseverance aspect of this.
Oh no, Blast Ring on Pango, that is not an item you want him to have. He's already hard enough to kill when he jumps on top of your face. Blast Ring doesn't make it any easier. And that's 8 AC on Chaos Knight.
Yep.
Hey, I gotta... I can't say it because it's again, like you said, bad form, but, GG?
No, they're
Like-
5G.
Look, man, I get the joke and all, and the situation, but in the majority of games I have played and played against...
Are they
Chaos
gonna
Knight-
have to change their name now? Because Tennelson's the back half of their name.
That's true.
You're right.
Well, they don't use the name anyway, so I don't think it matters.
That's true.
Maybe.
So they're gonna get flamed every cast because of that. Hashtag Tennyson was right. Hashtag fuck you guys. Because they also aren't on the conspiracy theme. As a result, everybody who's not on the conspiracy theme gets constantly flamed whether or not they're doing any good.
Man, Diffusal and Desolator on Pango. That swashbuckle is murderous.
The Swashbuckle is murder. It's got the Viper to follow up on that.
I'm just shocked he doesn't have a Javelin. Well, no, he's got Maelstrom, but I don't think that works quite the same as Javelin. I don't think you can proc another Lightning Storm before the first one's gone, right?
But
Can
I
it?
don't
No, you
know.
can. I'm pretty sure.
I think you can.
What is
I don't know how it interacts with Swashbuckle's rapid hit for each enemy inside specifically.
Pretty sure you can proc multiple Maelstrom jumps from each swashbuckle.
Katie, oh no, the stun! The Skull Bash! Ooh, okay.
Yep, got London alone, but Katie's
Oh,
just so
no.
far behind at this point.
And
What a Swiss
Axe
Slash.
has been Vipered on, and he can't even see it because of the 7-up!
Yep. Two layers of 7-up in this match.
Murder. I think it's a bad sign when your pause one is dying first in every fight.
I think it's an even worse sign when your pause one can see perfect Omni Slash and doesn't even kill a half-dead solo Pangolier.
God, this is just painful to witness and watch. Like,
Radiant structures.
it's one thing to be in their shoes and having this, like, happen to them. It's another to watch it from above. Oh my god, no! Ow!
Sad.
You almost
Tragic.
died for that. You gotta stop hitting W at random, my man. You've really gotta be committed to using that thing if you're gonna hit that W.
Is under attack.
Viper's Force Staff is in. I don't know why I got the Force Staff before the Dragon Lance, but you know, here we are. Not like this is a game where that matters very much.
Guys, what happened to Elk's net worth?
He probably just gave Ags up, is the answer to that.
Probably
Give
Jug?
him one.
Yeah, Jug.
Jug got one earlier. I think we saw Swift Slash in the last fight. You might have given somebody else an Ags since? Nope. Nope, there's only one out right now. Swift Slash is good here, but like Jug is so far out of this
The problem isn't that he needs the Swift Slash. The problem is that Jug is dying before they can reach the Swift Slash. Like, Chaos Knight literally turned around, him and all of his illusions crit at the same time and took off like 90% of Katie's health bar.
Oh no, don't worry. Katie did get the Omni Slash and the Swift Slash off in the last fight and it killed Zero.
Yeah, well that's sort of what happens when there's Chaos Knight illusions running amok, and when
Yeah.
they're that damn tanky.
Yeah.
Deadly swift.
So much was riding on Axe, I feel like, with this lineup, and he just got counterpicked so hard so fast.
I'm surprised it didn't ban Viper in response. Or even
It's not really
preemptively.
when you think about it, I suppose.
I don't know. I feel like Viper's a safe ban in general to like half the cast, because even really mundane passives getting turned off are pretty damning.
Right. Well, half the cast is going to get BKB early enough this patch where it doesn't matter as much, but like Axe, kind of.
Well, I mean, if they're having to dedicate their money to getting a BKB, I think it's victor enough on Viper because it's not a bad item.
Well, they're going to do it
but it's a
anyway.
bad item to have to, yeah. But it's still
That's
bad
it,
enough
though.
item to have to force them to take early and activate early. Wow, he got out in the nick of time.
Yeah. Yeah, the big thing is right now, everybody is buying BKB, like, first item, basically. Like, every single core in the game is buying BKB. Like, first, it feels like. Except, like, Tiny. And even that might change. Arrow missed. I like this zigzag pattern dodge. And Tunnelson is fine anyway. Axe is stuck in the brake juice. Goodbye. You tanky Afghanistan. No, he's not tanky Afghanistan. You're in the brake juice. It's as simple as that. You're not spinning. And you do no damage. That's also true. You're not spinning, homeboy.
You know, some people like to knock it, but I still personally say that building power treads and Axe is probably better than phase boots. Just the attack speed, I think, gets you a little bit better DPS in between your calls.
I don't think it matters again. I think the brake juice is killing him so hard. He could have gotten God's own pair of boots, and I don't know if it changes this game. So much went wrong with like letting the Viper through. I know it doesn't look like much, but like every single thing they had to do about CK got immediately wiped off the board, and they had nothing else. They had no other plans. So because Viper exists, there is no dealing with CK at all. You know, I was talking last game about how the PAZ 3 here, Yan, or whatever his name is on the site. I was talking about he was in the Nightmare 3 scenario where it's like, yeah, he was tanky, but he couldn't force anybody to pay attention to him. Viper's in the exact opposite situation where he's really not all that tanky. He is dying in a lot of these fights, but he has to be accounted for. You have to deal with him. You have to stop and look at him instead of, you know, the CK. You know, this happens. Goodbye, Juggernaut.
I told you guys this game is over an hour long.
I don't think I believe you. Unless 5G is so committed to playing with their food, they really don't have any reason to not just win it.
I don't know, there's playing with your food, and there's a step beyond, which is just like taking it on a damn date.
Yeah. That is something I did notice over both of these games, that these guys have been very reluctant to press when they have a major advantage. Which I don't know if that's just cockiness, I don't know if they're just playing with their food, because I definitely do notice
It really is playing with their food. They've got ages still.
There is no respect for DotFE on this lineup, and I guess in fairness, hey, you know, it's a hard argument to say they're getting known for it.
Timeless Relic just got found, and I think I know who that might be going to. Probably Viper.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty stuff. What's Viper sitting on right now? Oh, absolutely nothing, and he's calling in the Relic.
Yeah.
Oh boy, just pass it over. You can physically give jungle items to other people and not have to do this.
Yeah. That was a pretty worthless smoke. Did they even notice Axe? Back up, dude! Axe! Axe, back up!
Axe does not care about this game anymore!
Don't
Well,
Yules.
the one time Axe wasn't in the break gunk, he just got Yules, and then he walks into it and dies! Okay!
What if I told you guys this game was over an hour long?
It better not be, bro. Like,
I think I'm fitting. It's the funny part.
this might be the first time in LD2L history that we just time skipped through parts of this match then.
Oh, Lord. Carnage. CK's Aegis isn't up and Axe is on the prowl! He's gonna get him!
Katie just randomly dies to,
He got him!
nice.
2,000 gold split among 4.
Ooh. Unfortunate. It's dead though.
It's a lot of money that just fell out of his pocket. I do feel like it's a little late for it to matter, but a lot of money just fell out of his pocket. Axe just gonna make Io go on a funny run.
Wizard. Yeah.
And then say well played to nobody in particular.
And Mirana showed up. The bailout. Axe is determined to get this. He doesn't take no for an answer.
Oh, the Murata ult comes
Oh,
out
and the
for
backup.
What an escape on Wizard's part.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that guy got away by the skin of his teeth.
I know this isn't a competitive match and it doesn't matter, but wow. that Murata was like kicked out of this league after this game. It's very just confusing to me how this happened.
Illusion.
Spell Prism.
Ooh, very nice item. Gonna be real, I think of all people, Jug might want that, just on the factor of Swift Slash and Omni coming up way quicker. Might buy him enough time to get another bit of
Hey, could use a keen optic.
in. Yeah, so we get Omni Slash from just enough distance away to cancel his own
Not
ult.
sniper. Jug
Yeah,
has
so
the
we get
paladin
ult
sword.
from, like, a tic-tac away.
I do not blame Jug for carrying the paladin sword in this specific case.
Ooh, Mindbreaker. You know what? I honestly believe Sniper might want that Mindbreaker more.
I heard that that Mindbreaker is Katie's favorite tag. I wonder what that means.
Careful, man. We want to keep this monetized, right?
She really must like that jungle item, I guess. Well, the immediately broken smoke.
Oh, Axe, not again.
Well, nobody's here to do anything about this. Great Gunk is out though. Viper Axe is just gonna immediately die. Wump.
And the Pango rule.
Oh, he's not giving up though. He does not care.
Cares a little now. The Viper was testing whether or not you could just eat Jug's hits to the face. Answer is no. Alchemist blows it again. Can we get like a tally or something on that? Like, how many times has it been now?
That time wasn't his fault, so.
That's true. I mean, the Alexa Jack successful Elk stun ratio, it has to be like 20 or 30%, right?
Ooh, Witchbane just dropped.
I don't know, which Bane did.
You know what, I'm just gonna mute you now.
Excellent! That'll make this cast really fun. So now that I've been muted, allow me to tell you Ocelot's social security number.
No!
0.0000000
beg you!
0.5.
It's okay, he got the last digit wrong. But wait, that's only a 1 in 10 guess, damn it!
What's the percentage of chance Ryan has to win this game?
That would the decimal point would have been a lot earlier there.
Sure.
Free eggs and cheese coming out here.
You know, it'd be
CK
really
keeping
confusing.
everything.
CK gets eggs, and he just goes up to Io and makes a bunch of Io clones.
It's filthy.
Alright, see you later, CK. CK just sitting there like, what the hell? And Viper is just gonna randomly, casually die for this. I know you guys are winning by a country mile, but that is not great form, to say the least.
I'm just gonna Megas for this still, like, because
Actually spins away all the illusions.
Alchemy is
Saves
indeed
the
the
Rex.
future. Anti-dodge on the CK.
Stop hitting CK, kill the IO!
yeah, maybe not.
Oh, they actually did taunt CK there. Aegis down. Flip Flash comes up.
Maybe Silmarion's actually in danger here for some reason.
Homeboy has
the Yules didn't help.
Homeboy has no BKB. He doesn't.
I'm not sure BKB even matters there.
Well, yeah, it does, because the
Probably
reason he
yeah,
died is because
true.
he was just stunned, and then he got stunned, and then he got stunned. He just got chain stunned to death. Wasn't for the
he's
chain
being
stuns, he
taunted.
just. Wasn't for
Taunting
the.
goes for Med Community, yeah.
Taunt does go through, but that's just one. The ice path constantly on his head did not help the.
That, and if I remember
Outstun.
correctly, I think the Magic Community would have purged IO's Tether, I think. I'm fairly certain it still does that, because I know there's a handful of allied targeted spells that don't go through Magic Community.
Randy, if we got an
Right.
hour left, can you look that up? That sounds very wrong to me. If that's in the game,
that
that
goes over an hour total. That's what I said.
Yeah, he's just getting chain stunned there. There's also a little bit of Viper is kind of throwing his life away a little too easily at this juncture.
Yeah, I don't think that's entirely his fault, though. I mean, what does he build from here?
What does he build from there? Well, Ags will be a good start for Zardes. You pretty much always want that on Viper if you cross a certain threshold.
Yeah, at
Build
least
is
your man
not
got
the
his
issue,
shard.
though. Build is not the issue. His build is okay. It's fine. It's nothing out of the ordinary for Viper. The problem, though, is, he's
He's
just
too
like
willing to be
sticking
up
around.
front.
Yeah, he's sticking around in a lot of cases. Like that last fight there, he just sticks around at top after everybody's gone and just eats it. And then when Axe comes in, there's no break juice to bail CK out. Look what
No,
happens.
speaking of CK, I gotta be honest here. Compared to like Mirana's contributions and even IO's, I'm being real here. CK is carrying a lot of weight on his shoulders. This game entirely carried by CK right now.
Right.
Like Pango's a threat, but he's not blow up Jug in like 4 effective swings.
Why did CK take
know?
this Ags? This Ags is... I don't want to say it's literally useless this game, but it's not far from it.
Let me see what it does again. Take a peek at it.
You can phantasm your friends.
Well, actually, there is a good
You
reason
did
to
get
do
you
that.
did get one more illusion for CK, but
I'm pretty sure it's got a hard purge on it.
it does. The only issue is that if you use that on your teammates, you're not using it on yourself. And if there's one guy you're always greedy all the time on, it's definitely the CK.
Doesn't it just apply to everyone though? Pretty sure everyone gets it at once.
Like everyone around him.
Like, everyone on the map. I'm pretty sure you just hit R and everyone gets one illusion.
Yep.
It's not like you
Oh.
choose a person that would actually.
It
be
used to
shit.
be. It used to be the. He's thinking of the old.
I-
He's thinking
yeah, I
of the
didn't-
old.
Yeah,
I didn't know it changed, and the description does not imply it very
Right.
much.
it did.
Okay.
Of allied heroes,
Yeah.
like multiple rather of an allied hero.
Right. Okay. So it's no longer the point and click somebody else CK ult.
Yeah, they used to be really scary because you could slap them like PL or Lycan and just have them go into your enemy's base and rip them to shreds. In fact, I think the strat with Lycan still kind of works, and same with BL, but I don't know.
Still, like, definitely feel like even in that case, even the Purge for All trademark,
I think
there's
it works
really
with Depot.
really one person that I feel like on this team that it matters if it gets purged, and that fact is still not gone away. The Pango Ags is really nice, the Viper Ags, of course, very nice. The IO Ags is
Alright.
kind of funny.
We got another attempt at Rax here.
And Viper has gone
Viper.
first. Didn't work.
Now Viper's the one standing in the acid. Damn, even not PL, even Pango died like instantly.
Yeah.
Whew.
If you want to have one of these "This is Sparta" type games where I talk for 5
Oh,
minutes
Axe,
after the
Axe,
victory-
my man, you are in way too deep on your own.
Axe actually, yeah, completely hate it here.
No. Oh, they catch Marana.
CK just got I ulted out, okay. Very, very
Marana gets
well
caught.
timed I ult.
Sniper's actually starting to catch up. That's
He's
pretty
starting to do
bad.
some insane damage. The situation I was talking about way back in pick phase, which kind of failed to transpire to this point, but is now sort of starting to become the case. It's like you can get Jug, or you can get the sniper, and if you let Viper just constantly die really early, really easily, you can get them, or you can get Axe. Viper needs to live. Pretty much, period. He can't be going first. I know it's a weird thing to say. He is a 3. He can't be going first. It has to be CK or Pango. Viper is not a tanky kind of 3. He does not do that tanking thing. He does that utility thing. He does that escort fighter for a real carry thing. And if he's going down immediately, there goes your escort fighter. There goes your argument against Axe, without having to commit an insane amount of resources to it. There goes your ability to push insanely quickly. You know, he wants people to be focusing on him, but not so much where he's just dying at the start of every fight. It's not going well for him. The strategy needs to change. Kind of feels like the WSC Rada team game this week as well. You know, we're just kind of sending the wrong people in. We're kind of fumbling around when it's time to just go for the kill. There is no Roche today. I like somebody's Witchbane just shocked the CK illusion. I'll show. That Kiro got the funny drum boots. Holy crap, Axe's net worth has tumbled over the last few minutes, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Kiro is now well above him. Fine for the most part, I guess. Aside from finishing Pipe, he doesn't have much left to do.
I'm gonna be real with the Viper
The Pipe is
AoE and Marana with her Starstorm and everything. That needs to happen yesterday.
It needs to happen earlier in the game. I do feel like it's a bit late at this juncture to be considered.
You know, I just realized with CK's Ags, actually, he could do a literal fake push. Get all your buddies on top of you, get all your illusions together, send them out to go push a lane, then have the real one smoke and push a different one and gank somebody. Very, very sinister.
I thought you meant Axe's Ags for a second. I was like, what do you mean?
No,
Yeah.
CK's.
Yeah.
But that's a genuinely scary concept. That's like, that brings a whole new level to like faking Roche, you know?
Right. Viper gonna go for Travels too. Viper actually gonna go for Axe here as well. But this is the wrong couple of guys to be looking at Axe, unfortunately. Viper does not have the stun necessary. XD. Alchemist's gonna do his mouth breather laugh.
Yeah.
I'm glad the Alk Ogre has a laugh that just makes him sound like a biggest idiot in the world. How have you not ended? God damn, that's what I want to know. If you want the answer, we've said it about 15 times.
True.
If Viper does not die 5 minutes before everybody else does, then they just win. The next time an encounter happens where Axe is on the break gunk, they lose, I think. But it's been so long since that time period has happened, and to be blunt with you, as great as it would be to say that Axe is masterfully playing around it or whatever, he's not. They're just not playing around Axe right. They're not playing with the Viper right. And going for Aeon Disc, I guess I kind of get why you might think that's the idea here. It's not. Just position better, please. Just initiate better, please. I need a gem. 4, 3,
Jim.
2,
Oh, wow.
1.
Oh, a courier just died with a full Scotty on it. That's wonderful.
That is... Katie has got to be crying. Why did... I didn't mean to teleport it to neutral, Sash. What the hell? She's got the Witchbane?
Put that away.
No, let me tell you what you do. Make somebody else carry the goddamn Witchbane. Why does Alk have a flicker and you have a Witchbane? It's not how we do it downtown. Axe getting tipped randomly. No CK here at this Roche for some reason. There we go. Goodbye, Roche. Pile of treasure falls down. Nobody wants any of this crap. Viper does not want his Ags for some insane reason.
Neither does Pango.
Well, Pango
Nope.
has an actual Ags now.
Uh,
So he's a slightly better reason to not take it. Viper! Viper, I'm begging you! Please! Okay.
it's getting a little ridiculous there.
Like, you really want the doofy IO Ags? Like,
Hell yeah. It's a great eggs.
What does that even do?
you can read right here.
Spirits, yeah.
Yeah, spirits are around constantly and they slow. Just,
That's honestly not bad.
it's
a nice
funnier
little
than it is
addition.
practical.
It's a nice little extra, if you ask me. I would kind of like that if Phoenix had something similar, where his act was just like spirits just constantly spawn around you without having to hit the button and
Used to
take
be a
off after
shard
health.
for one patch.
It's true.
Yeah. But no, they don't let Phoenix have anything nice.
Well, yeah. Yan Yan. Almost finished his heart at this point. Which is going to make the whole Viper needs to stay alive thing a lot more pertinent really soon.
Well, there's no action happening over here. Could you check the top rune spot in the Dire Jungle? I just want to confirm something. Okay, no, there's only the one. I was gonna say if there were like 4 more runes there again, I was gonna lose my mind.
Just gonna lose my sight, gonna lose my mind. XD. Randy,
Randy,
you're a doctor, right?
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
As a doctor of, as the same kind of doctor as Dr. Dre, what do you think of the Papa Roach hit classic, Last Resort?
A great song, honestly.
Could you, just to prove that you know what you're talking about, could you give us a little segment from that?
No. Sorry.
Just to prove that Randy knows what he's talking about. Osla, could you give us a little segment from that?
Alright, here we go.
Pangold is out, but man, this is the wrongest part of town for Pangold to be in. Viper's not out first this time. Axe trying to go for Viper here, but not this time.
Alright.
Caught CK for a bit.
He's hurting a lot.
CK is actually getting some
They just
damage here. Oh no, Viper's dead. Oh wait,
call.
Good call, but you'll put a stop to that. They kind of let the CK die there.
their priorities were a little skewed.
Yeah, it was a step closer. So we got Viper doesn't die immediately, but we also have to have, and CK also has to not die.
You see, this is the problem with CK. He peaks really early, and there's
Right.
just not much else he can do to build into even.
I
Yeah,
mean,
at
he
this
could get
point-
himself a Moon Shard, honestly, at this
Yeah.
point. I think that's the real practical change.
XD.
But, past the armlet, I think he might want to consider, well, unironically, a rapier, obviously.
Adam Rana's way.
Like, he's already plenty tanky. He's got the IO strapped to him half the time.
Right. Just assume everybody is 6-slotted, and just look at our buyback status now. See, buyback's pretty much up around the board, though the most notable exception, as we just saw, Axe is just throwing his buyback away for one more chance at the big time. I'm also going to be sans buyback for a while. Randy, you're a doctor, right?
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
What's your favorite, oh, well, this is bad news for Axe. This is really bad news for Axe. They brought the right guy to handle the job, too! And that's Axe's buyback.
Very
Sad.
sad.
Man wanted to go to the gym, what can I tell you? PP.
The prize is
PP? Does he literally mean urine?
Oh.
Maybe he means PPD?
Yeah, PPD.
shadows take
Okay, I'll give them a heads up.
Well, they no longer have any ability to defend this base. Let's see if 5G...
No, he's saying PP for Pangolier pipe. He wants Pangolier to build a pipe.
Oh, yeah. Alright, London, get on that. Come on, dickhead, we're waiting.
I just realized Pango has no boots.
Oof. Yeah, he's been rolling for a while.
Oh, those... Oh no, Sniper, you are way out of position, bro! Yee!
They did
I don't even
everything
think
they
Fountain's
could
gonna
to
stop
save him.
those CK illusions. Katie's going whole hog, but it's not enough to kill CK under Ion's protection. Look at this, Mirana gets away too.
They're gonna get the Viper, though.
However, they're sticking around too long. They're overcommitting. They've got Megas,
Yeah,
but at what
man.
cost? Ugh. Pangolier still causing havoc in the backline, but is this a worthwhile endeavor? It's not even a distraction.
The Fountain farming there with the CK illusions just to immediately rid themselves of that. Want a spoiler?
again.
Didn't work.
We ride.
Again, you were right.
Wasn't the idea.
I don't think they're able to even potentially push this base in.
Yeah, no, they can't. This is the great tragedy. It's the season 12 baby Schlark moment.
Well,
It's like
I don't know, actually. They actually had their ults up, but Pangolier and CK don't. They have buyback, but it's not going to get them anywhere. Oh, wait, nope. There, their ults just came up.
Yeah.
But now they're all going to have to buyback. Axe isn't present. Oh, no.
It's the Marin buyback. Sniper is. He blinked into an ice path, okay?
yep, the
Axe is brilliantly timed.
great
Oh!
call. Sniper is gonna
Really
die.
good call.
He's gonna die. He's gonna buy.
Ugh.
A little
No,
far.
Pangolier is back with his ult. With a vengeance.
And so is Viper
goes
with a vengeance.
Oh. Buyback on Jug. Health is down in a flash.
And there goes the sniper.
There goes everybody.
It wasn't a
And
shot
this is
fired
one of
by
those
them.
really tragic kind of games where I feel like no matter how many successes DotFE had, this was kind of inevitable. Like, no matter how often they could repel from the base, I think the second they try to turn around and push, there's just a blunted spear. It's like, it's not even a blunted spear, it's a blunted butter knife. They couldn't cut through a wall of cotton candy, let alone through a wall made of bricks. The Megas, they ain't helping that fact. They tried their best here. They really did. But this is just too far gone, I think. I like Juggernaut just walking around normally while spinning. I like Viper walking into the Jug stuff.
Lots of damage. Ooh.
Good
Holy
heals.
crap. Viper evaporates, but unfortunately, the consistent stun output from Pango is keeping Jug suppressed. Has to retreat, and unfortunately,
Doesn't retreat.
doesn't make anything.
Retreats directly into the grave.
That's looking like game.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient is under
This is a
Okay,
lot
about
like
8 shots ancient.
this is a lot like some of those EDH games to me. I feel like this is just the great tragedy of our lifetime. I think, generally speaking, DotFE played this better. I think the way they reacted, what they realized they had to do, they put it together really well. I think, you know, despite what it might look like, I think the GG, not the GG, it's the 5G gameplay in here. I don't know, I feel like it was just off. You know, those several pushes where they're just feeding thousands upon thousands, buckets of gold directly into snipers' pockets. It's not like they were ever really going to make a victory route for them, but it was a hell of a lot more realistic of a victory route than that had existed before, right? I think, generally speaking here, DotFE had the better game. Only one problem. the draft just went disastrously for them. And funnily enough, I think outside of those 5 Alk, which really didn't do anything for them except pick up an Ags that really didn't have much an effect. Outside of the side of the 5 Alk, it wasn't even from having a bad lineup. I think their lineup is, for the most part, it's good. But the only real problem is they just let too much through that really, really messes it up. Like, when you had the Axe against the Viper, when that matchup existed, it just basically meant, like, every fight was binary. If Viper is alive when Axe goes in, Axe dies and nothing happens. Period. That's pretty much how it turned out. It's very unfortunate. I do think it was a better look for pretty much everybody involved than the first game was. I think Howler looked much more like he belongs in the mid lane in this game than he did in the last game, or the last week for that matter. I think this has easily been Smoke to Ops' best game yet. I mean, that KDA looks like dog shit, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a very deceptive KDA. I think his impact was a lot more than those numbers imply. But they gotta learn what not to let through. You know, that's really the art, right? The art to ban is you gotta learn what to let through. This is not it. You let the wrong stuff through and you keep the... You let the wrong stuff through and you keep irrelevant stuff out, and that's for the most part was what they were looking at this game.
Yeah.
Doesn't work out for you, and I think that's really, for the most part, what you could say here. It felt like Juggernaut was never relevant, even at the end of the game. It felt like he was only really doing enough damage for, like, the 3 and under club, which doesn't mean much when it's Mirana and goddamn Io. In particular, it felt like the logically good matchup he has against Pango just never worked in his favor, just fell behind, even when his money is, like, the money is not actually that different from CK and is over Pango, and has been the case for... was the case for a long time this game. I couldn't tell you exactly why that is. I guess that's just the amount of sustain that IO has given to everybody and how much Viper is shaving off of the rest of the team's damage. I don't know. I can tell you this much. I think, unfortunately for the GGs, I think they looked very weak in victory here. I think they really did not take DotFE very seriously. It came to a near disaster in what should have been a very lock, stock, and barrel type situation. They I hate to say it, they fucked around. And if they fuck around against a team that wasn't assembled in 5 minutes one day on the first guys who showed up who wanted to do the job, that's going to be really bad for them, and I think that's been sort of happening to them to a degree in this season so far, but if they keep this sort of, we're good at establishing ourselves on top, but bad at knowing what to do when they get there mentality, teams like MK Ulti are going to slice you to bits. Teams like BAR are going to slice you to bits. Teams like the Bush are going to slice you to bits. MK Ulti in particular, like, if it comes down to these guys and MK Ulti, like, you cannot do that. You cannot do that against God like Matt and Lambert, because God like Matt is going to punish you every time you do it, and Lambert is going to punish you if you think about doing it at all. And the punishment that they're going to give to you is winning the goddamn series, you know?
Yeah.
You can't do it. You can't do it.
Now, if I may, I think I've addressed another bit of an issue that they were having over on the GGs. While they did have a lot of assist gold, I feel like a lot of the money was distributed pretty heavily to CK, up to the point where he no longer really needed any more money. Like, he was getting kills because he hits hard, but the problem started occurring where he became a sinkhole. Like, you keep pouring in dirt and sand to fill in the sinkhole, and it just keeps sucking up more. It's a bottomless pit, but...
Right.
It's something that really had no fill, but he
that
just kept getting money.
That may sound a bit odd to the listeners at home. Like, why wouldn't you want to pause one to get more money? Answer, because he was... Look at this. He is like... He has got every dime he's ever going to need on this lineup. And you're looking at, like... You know, Mirana got this Ags, like, pretty early, but Wind Waker came very late. Never did anything with a Maelstrom. You know, the IO is still sitting on, like, a fairly Like, this is not really much different from, like, what the DotFE supports have, well, except for Alk, who has no money at all because he's just handing out ags.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but CK did kind of eat a lot of money, even at the point where that was no longer perhaps the thing to do. Definitely understand that, but I think the big thing is that they just... I think for some reason this is a common theme with a lot of the teams this season. Maybe it's the virus not being around anymore to show them how to do it, but these guys, they got to learn how to end the sentence. They got to learn how to put that period on. If every game has the moment where 5G is on top and then they just suddenly crumble, there's not going to be like there's not going to be a very satisfactory resolution to this season for them. I think they kind of made themselves look weak in victory. I think DotFE looked a little stronger in defeat this game compared at least to the games we've seen from them prior. I think they're learning, so that's good. It is a Learn Dota 2 league. I think they are starting to learn. I think it is starting to pick up steam for them. I think the biggest things, they need to goddamn talk. It is so blatant. Nobody's talking to each other on this team. Talking needs to happen, and the general coordination issues, I think, need to be resolved. You know, we can't just have these moments where, like, in the first game where CK is just randomly pushing bot and isn't aware nobody went to top and just dies instantly, just eats it. You know, we can't have that. If it's going to be anything like a successful team, we can't have that. We need to figure out what Howler can do at mid, because if Howler is one of these guys who's sitting there like, oh yeah, I can play every hero. Sorry, you can't. It's clearly untrue. What we are learning here over time, no. The answer is firmly no, you can't do that. We gotta figure out a pull for Howler on DotFE and stick to it, because when he's on a comfortable hero, when he's on a sniper, when he's on a TA, when he's on a hero where he can have some impact, he does. I think nobody could deny that. Nobody could deny that basically, if it was not for, you know, the sniper and axe in this game, this ends at like 30 minutes, right? It'd be very difficult to deny that. If he's on a hero where he has some impact, he does really well. But if he's on a hero he's just not that comfortable with, like we saw in the Storm Spirit, his debut week, not his debut week, but when the lineup changed, for example, that week, he doesn't do anything. When he's on the OD like he was in the first game, he doesn't do anything. He was almost worse for this team than like more of a hindrance and a help in that particular game. They need to figure out his pool and stick to it. I think that's a big thing. They need to figure out what Smoke to Ops really wants to play. He doesn't want to be these generic threes, it seems like. He wants to be these funny, like... He wants... What he really wants to play is Nature's Prophet. He wants to be Nature's Prophet. He wants to be like Weaver. He wants to be like Slark as a 3. I do think there is a bit of that maybe needs to be beaten out of him, because Berta... That's not how we play this game no more. We ain't been doing that on 3 in a while. But if you want to do it, you got to have the right pool for it. And these moments where you see like Axe or Timbersaw just going up and dink, dink, dink towers while the base is falling, that is just... I cannot think of a better way to show a mental disconnect than that. Like, to show how clearly this is not what this guy wants to do than that. He wants to gym is what he wants to do. Any closing comments?
Not for me.
Can you please inhale after that straight line of words?
No.
Damn! You gotta breathe! Breathe!
If you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 on a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg to sign up today. It's too late to get into Season 13 for obvious reasons, but the fact that 2 of these guys just kind of blundered into the door doesn't let you know. We're having roster changes pretty consistently. There's another roster change for one of these teams after this game. You could have been there if you could have been part of it if you were there. You can also find out a lot of cues. You can talk to us, all kinds of crazy things. This week's sponsor is Denelson. I hope to see him in a lot more cool games. Goodbye, everybody!